that? L33, don't forget to T, that's me. That's me. That's me. That's me. Hey, what's up, world? It's your boy Game Elite here with another Game Elite Speaks. I don't really know how to intro this, so let's just get into it. Alright, so check it out. There was this girl, she had 3 kids, right? She used to drop her kids off at my grandma's daycare. So, you know, our family, we would just get together at my grandma's house. That's where we would all get together, spend time and all that stuff or whatnot. So I was over at my grandma's house one day and she asked me if I could give the girl a ride home. See, she lived in South Austin and my grandma lived in Northeast Austin. A bus ride would be about 3 hours, but if you drove there, it's like 20 to 30 minutes, something like that. So, you know, it just became a thing where if I was over there and she came to pick up her kids, I would give her a ride home. So one night she asked, you know, she was like, look, you've been giving me ride homes and all this stuff, you know, at least let me cook dinner for you. Now I wasn't really feeling her, nothing like that. We never exchanged numbers, nothing like that. It was just boom, pick you up, drop you off, and then I'm out. So, you know, I was going through a recent breakup at the time and I didn't mind the female companionship. So I was like, all right, cool, bet. So, you know, we set the whole thing up or whatnot and I come over there, she cooks for me, you know, she could burn a little bit. You know, we just chopping it up and stuff like that. And then, you know, she started talking about her baby daddy and all this stuff. And I don't know, man, it was just like something in my spirit. I told her that night, I was like, man, me and your baby daddy gonna get into it. Like, I don't know why I'm thinking this, but just trust me. Like, I feel that I know we gonna get into it one day. So, you know, we end up chilling for the rest of the night. Boom, boom. All right, so I leave. And then that just kind of became a normal thing. You know, if I picked her up or whatever, she would invite me and I'd go in there and chill. You know, nothing, no serious. No, we just hanging out. You know what I'm saying? So one night there was a knock at the door. You know, she goes to the door and it's her boyfriend or her baby daddy, right? So she wouldn't open the door. So he started banging on the door or whatever. And she's like, nah, leave. I'm not opening the door. So he ends up like leaving the front door. He ends up going around through the back to the patio and he can see me through the window. So he's like, oh, okay, so you got another dude? So at that point, he just lose it. Me, I wasn't tripping, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got hands and they work. And I already told her, like, I knew we was going to get into it, so I wasn't even tripping. So I'm putting on my shoes, and the next thing I know, the dude right beside me, she done open the door, let dude walk in, didn't warn me or nothing. So, all right, boom, we fighting, right? So, you know, we go 5 minutes or whatnot. You know, it wasn't nothing major. It was an even fight or whatnot. So, all right, the fight over. I'm getting my stuff or whatever. I'm getting ready to leave. So I go towards the front door, right? And I start to open the door, but the door is jammed because, you know, when he was beating on the door and kicking on the door, he jammed the lock, so I couldn't go through. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna go through the way he came in. I'm gonna go through the patio, right? So I end up coming back through and, you know, I'm by the kitchen and it's like the living room and the patio, right? So they arguing or whatever. And he's like, oh, so you not gonna leave? He ended up going in the kitchen and grabbed this like big butcher knife or whatever. So I'm like, all right, what I'm gonna do? So there's a little standoff there for a minute and all of a sudden he swing on me. He hit me in my face. I'm like, all right, cool, that's the time. So I bolted towards the back. I don't know how I did it, but I like jumped, like almost hurdled this like 8-foot patio gate or whatnot. And, you know, I'm running towards my car or whatever because I don't know if he's behind me because it's pitch black. You know what I'm saying? So I'm running, I get close to my car or whatever, and I'm walking at this point, and I'm like, dang, man, like we must have really been fighting because I'm sweating a lot or whatever. I had a black tee on and everything. So, you know, I get to a light, and then I finally realize I go to open the door to my car, and I realize it's like not sweat, but it's like blood, and it's like all over my hand, right? And my phone is dead, so I couldn't call nobody. I didn't know where I was cut or whatever. So I ended up going back to the complex. I'm just like knocking on everybody's door or whatever. And then finally somebody opened and they just had this like terror look on their face, right? And at that point I knew it was bad. So I'm like, dang, because I hadn't seen my face at the time. So they dialing EMS and I go in the bathroom, right, to go look at my face in the mirror. And my face is just split open, bro, like some horror movie type stuff or whatever. So, you know, they called the EMS. After that, I asked you to say phone. I call my brother, then I call my dad, right? So my brother, he makes it up there first and he see my face and he like, nah, bro, we can't let this ride. Like, you ready to ride tonight? And I'm like, do you see my face? Like, I need to get my face taken care of. So my dad and the EMS, they arrived like around the same time. And, you know, the EMS, they come, they check my face. You know, the bleeding's pretty much stopped at this point. But they like, you know, we can take you to the hospital, but we gonna charge you like $400-500. We're like, $400-500 for a ride? We like, nah, we'll go up there ourselves. So my dad's taking me up to the hospital, and I'm telling him like, yo, do not call my mom, man. Like, don't call her at all. She had, like a week ago, she had just had my little brother, so I wasn't trying to stress her or nothing. I was trying to leave her at the house, you know, just chilling. I'd explain everything to her later. So we get up to the hospital, and guess who's there? My mom, you know, and it's like, I mean, of course, what is he supposed to do? He's not gonna call my mom and tell her that I got stabbed and I'm at the hospital. But at that time, I was hot at my dad. So I ended up getting like 70 plus stitches in the side of my face, right? So, all right, boom. The night's over. I go and I stay at my dad's house for the night. In the morning, I hit my ex-girlfriend up, and I'm like blowing up her phone. She not answering nothing. So she finally answered the phone, and she like, yo, why you blowing up my phone? And I'm like, yo, I got stabbed last night. And she's like, what happened? Like, you okay? Da 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 da. So I'm telling her the story, and I'm like, yeah, I was at this girl house. What you doing at this girl house? Dog, she started going off on me. I'm like, yo, I just got stabbed, and you worried about me being at a girl's house? And we're not even together? Man, dog, I just hung up the phone. So later that day, right, I ended up going over to my grandma's house, my dad's mom, not the same grandma from earlier in the story. So, you know, she the OG, so I go to her and I'm like, yo, grandma, you know, I know you heard I got stabbed. You know, I need something for my protection. You know what I'm saying? Just to protect myself. You know, she pulls out this 22 revolver, gave me a box of bullets, you know, and she was like, hey man, look, just take care of yourself. But I wasn't on no protection mode. I was on some out to get revenge mode. Cause like more than anything, I was embarrassed. So all right, let's check it out. We're gonna skip forward like 3 months. So I'm at the barbershop. I'm getting my first haircut since I got stabbed, and there was this little boy there, right? And you know, I'm waiting to get my hair cut or whatever, and you know, he a little boy, he like 2 or 3 years old, he don't know no better. So he tapped his mom, right? And he like, mom, why he got gum on the side of his face? Like when I first got my scar, it was bright pink, you know, and he said that, boy, my blood just boiled like red hot, man. All right, so run back 3 months back to when I just got stabbed. All right, so, you know, I got my piece, and, you know, I'm riding around the streets, gun loaded, just looking for this dude, manhunt. I didn't want my brother to be there. I wanted to do this by myself. Like, if I would have saw him, I would have killed him, man. Like, that's the spot that I was in, man. That was the place I was at that moment. So I never did find him. He ended up getting knocked by the cops for another crime, and he went to jail for it. So about 5 or 6 months later, I get a phone call, right? So I answer it, and this old girl. So I'm like, what do you want? And she like, you know he dead, right? He ended up getting murdered in prison. And she was like, you didn't have nothing to do with it, right? And I was like, nah, I didn't have nothing to do with it. See, like back in the day, I was doing some things and I rubbed shoulders with a bunch of different people, but I didn't, one, have the pull, and two, I didn't have the cash to make nothing like that happen. But where I was at in that point of my life, I'm not there no more. I'm a completely different person. But the way I was feeling at that time, if I could, I probably would have did it. Yeah. So what I learned most through this whole situation was I'm not as invincible as I thought I was. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I can fight, you know? So it's like, all right, if somebody want to fight me, all right, whatever, throw hands. But I never really realized that situations could escalate outside of the scope that I thought it would have been. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always knew that we would fight, but I never knew dude would have pulled a knife out on me. And that really changed the way that I look at life and look at certain situations today, right? Like, I try as much as I can to stay far away from conflict as possible, because if I get into it with somebody, I'm not just looking to fight no more, because I was looking to fight before and almost died for it. So if I ever get into a confrontation with anybody, I'm going for the kill, and that scares me sometimes because I don't want to kill nobody, but I ain't trying to die neither. So I just gotta stay away from conflict as much as possible, because I want to keep doing these YouTube videos, I want to keep playing these games, and I want to keep kicking it with y'all. But anyway, that's it for the story. I hope y'all learned something for it. Now y'all know a little bit more about me, but hey man, y'all stay woke.